Police procedural television shows like CSI and NCIS are famous for attracting well-known actors and celebrities with cameos and guest appearances either at the start of their eventually successful careers or after they've already established themselves. The shows had so many notable guest appearances that it's difficult to keep track of them all. That's why in this video, we're recounting some cameos from celebrities that everyone forgot were on NCIS. Starting off with Sean Astin as investigator Tyler Elliott. Sean Astin's most famous roles include Samwise Gamgee in the Lord of the Rings films and Mickey in The Goonies, but he has also appeared in Stranger Things, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and NCIS. In 2012, he appeared in Season 9 of NCIS, Naval Crime Investigative Service, as a no-nonsense investigator Tyler Elliott, a far cry from the roles for which he is best known. Elliott was essentially Jamie Curtis's right-hand man. The horror icon was a part of the episode too. When top-secret information was leaked by a Navy employee, they aided the NCIS team. Interestingly, executive producer Gary Glasberg shared that the role had been tailor-made for Astin, as he'd been a fan of the Goonies star for years. Let's not forget Jamie Lee Curtis was one of the biggest stars on the show. The Halloween star's role on the show is one of the most memorable, but in case you forgot, we'll refresh your memory. She had a multi-episode arc spanning 5 episodes throughout the show's 9th season, playing Samantha Ryan, a doctor in the Department of Defense's psychological operations, who was called in to assist the NCIS with a case. Ryan developed a relationship with Gibbs during Curtis's brief appearance on the show, with her last scenes being in the Season 9 finale, Till Death Do Us Part. Her character was not killed off, so there might still be a chance that Curtis will appear on NCIS again. Next up, the First Lady herself made an appearance in Season 13. Michelle Obama appeared as herself in shows such as Parks and Recreation and Blackish over the years, attracting mass media attention with each appearance. While she was still the First Lady, she appeared in the NCIS episode Homefront in 2016 to promote her charity Joining Forces, which helps and supports service members, veterans, and their families. The scene in which Michelle Obama thanks Gibbs for his efforts was actually shot in the White House, making NCIS the first drama to do so at the time. The episode was actually designed to spotlight the organization, given that the showrunners always tried to create stories that could bring attention to military families and their struggles. They pitched it to Obama with the hopes of having her on it as well, and gratefully, she agreed. Moving on, we have Colin Hanks' multiple episode run. Colin Hanks grew up since his first appearance with his father in That Thing You Do to prove that he was much more than just a nepo baby. He's demonstrated a broad theatrical range in films and television, and his multi-episode run on NCIS allowed him to showcase those skills. Hanks first appeared as an investigator for the Department of Defense named Richard Parsons in the second-to-last episode of Season 10, Double Blind. Parsons was brought in to investigate Gibbs and the rest of the NCIS team for a specific case, but it soon became clear that he harbored a personal grudge against the special agent for the way he'd conducted himself over the years. But he eventually realized that Gibbs and his team were doing the right thing and backed off, ending his string of appearances on the show. Not to mention one of Abigail Breslin's many roles as a child. Many child actors' careers end before they can make their mark in Hollywood as adults. Their skills don't evolve, they burn out from the industry's relentless pace, or they simply decide to pursue other interests. Abigail Breslin is not one of them. Her talent far outweighed being a cute kid from an early age, which NCIS knew before most. Breslin made an impression on NCIS when she was only 8 years old, 2 years before her big break in Little Miss Sunshine. Breslin appeared in the Season 2 episode See No Evil as Sandy, a brilliant young pianist kidnapped along with her mother for ransom. Breslin's performance in this episode is masterful, especially given her age. She not only successfully conveyed the terror of being kidnapped, but she also played a blind character convincingly, following up with another child star who successfully transitioned to Hollywood. Long before he was famous for playing good-hearted basketball players and, well, Ted Bundy, Zac Efron had a minor role in NCIS during Season 3. He played a snobbish teenager who was brought in for questioning about a cell phone he was using in Deception. Naturally, the phone was linked to a much bigger case involving a kidnapped lieutenant commander, a nuclear weapons shipment, and a predator she may have been tracking. The NCIS team overheard Efron's character, Daniel, discussing where he got the phone, which turned out to be the key to cracking the case wide open. But before this, Efron had already appeared in a few other minor roles in shows like CSI Miami and ER. His appearance on NCIS, however, was his final role before his big break into mainstream with High School Musical. Even though he got a minor role, it was easy to spot the charisma and the star power that would propel Efron to fame. The showrunners definitely had an eye for talent. Up next, do you remember McGee's grandma? Timothy McGee, played by Sean Murray, is one of NCIS's most frequently seen characters. Only Mark Harmon and David McCallum have appeared on more episodes than him, putting him in good company. So it only makes sense that the show's creators needed a big name to play McGee's grandmother, and that's where Lily Tomlin comes in as the perfect woman for the job. Some even considered Tomlin to be one of the most talented actors to have appeared on the show. She guest starred in the season 9 episode The Penelope Papers as a key suspect in the week's case. Tomlin has always had a talent for leading the audience along, making them wonder what secrets she's hiding, a skill that's on full display throughout the episode. Her appearance is up there with the top 10, and hopefully she'll be able to make another before the show ends, if ever. What's more, comedic Bob Newhart explored his dramatic side in season 8. Newhart's casting on NCIS was a bit of a surprise, given that he was already a household name thanks to sitcoms like The Bob Newhart Show. Although the shows had plenty of comedic moments over the years, Newhart's role allowed him to explore a bit more of his dramatic side. He played Dr. Walter Magnus, the NCIS medical examiner before Ducky. The episode centered on an assault at a high school's college fair, but it focused more on Magnus's relationship with Ducky, who apparently had big shoes to fill. Newhart did get a chance to show off his comedic timing and reference bits from his previous sitcoms, but the episode had much more to do with the character coping with rapid change. He hasn't been forgotten, but he's been thoroughly left behind in today's fast-paced world. All in all, Newhart's appearance on the show was heartwarming and served as a reminder of his talents outside of being a comedian. Let's look at Modern Family's Eric Stonestreet's appearance in season 6. Eric Stonestreet is best known for his comedic acting, which he demonstrated in his role as Cameron Tucker on Modern Family. It'd be easy to dismiss his NCIS character, Harvey Ames, as a bit of comedic relief, but that would also be incorrect. Ames is much more than he appears in the Christmas episode Silent Night. Ames first appeared while the team was investigating a case. He's shown flirting with Ziva, suggesting that he might be a good fit for NCIS. He was essentially shooed away and dismissed, but he reappeared at the end of the episode when it was revealed that he was the perpetrator of the murder under investigation. When he realizes he's been exposed, he pulls out a taser, shoots McGee with it, and flees. He was apprehended by Gibbs and made to admit his involvement in the case. Last but not least, Millie Bobby Brown was born a star. Another addition to NCIS's own collection of notable child stars, we have the Emmy-nominated Millie Bobby Brown. Brown played Rachel, a girl who'd witnessed her mother's murder. The team investigated the case to find that much of the evidence pointed to Rachel's father as the perpetrator, but eventually it was revealed that Rachel murdered her mother to stop her father from traveling for his job as a Navy commander. Brown showed early signs of success in this role as she added her trademark intensity, making it easy to forget how young she actually was when she talked about how much she despised her mother. No wonder she rose to fame as 11 in Stranger Things. And that's all for this show, guys. Which of these guest appearances was your favorite, and which had you completely forgotten? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one!